Yo, what's up, guys? Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had a Gundam slash Gunpla Quirk. This is part 4. In the last part, Izuku was getting ready for the yearly Tokyo tournament, where he was going to defend his spot as champion once more. Where that, he also fought against a man who was somewhat similar to the champion as being the champion. Takashi Matsudo, as the guy basically used his quirk to copy one of his spare Gunplas, used a hologram and turned it to cover it around his 00 Quantum Custom. With soon, Izuku was fighting against one of his other heroes, where he almost gave it his all, wanting to win as much as he could, but in the end, still lost. With that, Takashi was also admired about Izuku's strength as a Gunpla pilot and tell him to never give up. And he looks forward to facing him again when he reaches his level. Not only that, Takashi also knows All Might and wants to know if he gave Izuku one for all. So with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? As a couple days have gone by, Izuku is now in his junior high, Aldera junior high, where everybody begins talking about how he lost his, position as champion at the yearly Tokyo Championship. With soon many people saying that he barely even had a chance. It was Japan's #1 champion after all. What chance would he ever get? With soon Izuku getting annoyed at this, as he's saying, I know I didn't have a chance, but at least I gave it my all. Doesn't that even matter? Of course not. All everyone else cares about is winning, instead of seeing the passion and determination of the opponents, of course. As Izuku wanted to say something, soon somebody screamed out, Yo, you think you can knock it off? I don't want to hear about this stupid bullshit anymore. As he realized that the person screaming this was Bakugo, with a couple people in the class saying, Sorry, Bakugo, we didn't mean to annoy you. Saying, like I want to hear about Deku losing in a stupid toy competition. Like that freaking matters. As soon he goes to his seat with Izuku saying, Thanks, Kachan. With Bakugo saying, I wasn't doing it for you, idiot. I just didn't want to hear about stupid Gunpla, that's all. As he soon goes to his desk and takes a seat. But soon Izuku saying, I know you, Kachan. You're just trying to make it even from what happened. Personally, we're far from even, more than anything. With that, the day goes by, and Izuku was planning on heading to his club room, where he sees his clubmates and his two closest friends, being Suzuya and Jin, with the blonde-haired girl Suzuya going up to Izuku, saying, Hey, Izuku, how you holding up after what happened? Saying, You've asked me this constantly over and over again, Suzuya. I'm fine, totally fine. With soon Jin being the boy with glasses and black hair, saying, No, you're not. You're getting annoyed at people basically talking behind your back since you lost your spot as Tokyo champion to Matsudo, of course. With soon Izuku saying, Jin, I've been your friend since you joined our club. And at first you annoyed the hell out of me with your muttering, and you still do. But I can't just sit by and see you basically try and take the people be talking behind your back as usual. Especially with people saying that they still think you're quirkless after all. As soon Suzuya saying, Wait, people still think you're quirkless? Haven't you been able to show off your quirk? But soon he's saying, Yeah, not really actually. I haven't actually been showing off my quirk in a way. With both of them actually surprised, saying, What? Throughout this entire year you haven't used your quirk here at school one bit? With soon he's saying, No, not one bit. as both his friends are surprised and shocked with soon Jin saying, "So you've been practicing with your quirk in private, by yourself?" With Suzuya saying, "With how have you been training?" With then Izuku keeping it to himself saying, "By myself, actually?" With he didn't want to tell them about him training with All Might and Mirio, of course. But soon, the two Gunpla club members began feeling somewhat curious about Izuku and what the heck has he been up to. Within, both of them basically just sighing and knowing that they're not going to get much from the green-haired teen unless he wants to tell them. With that, the two basically just take a seat near on the table before the door slides open with the other clubmates showing up as well, as they all greeted Izuku and Suzuya and Jin as well. With that, Izuku realized that I lost both the national tournament to Toru due to me focusing on training my quirk, and I lost to the champion, Matsudo, of course. So now I need to get stronger. I have to get stronger. My Gunpla and I won't hold anything back no more. With soon Izuku asking everyone if they would support him and help him get stronger with his Gunpla. With that, everybody couldn't help but smile, even Jin and Suzuya, with them saying, "Let's do it." With a couple hours had passed, Izuku tried to get a lot more stronger and a lot more easier understanding his Gunpla a lot more, as he hopes that training even harder as a Gunpla pilot will help him understand his quirk a little bit more as well, which he's always been able to feel a connection towards his Gunpla even before his quirk, but now it feels even stronger than before. Especially, he feels like he has become one with them. But soon, Izuku and everyone else began to leave. Before soon Jin and Suzuya walked beside the green-haired teen, as soon Jin saying, don't you have to go to UA tomorrow during our day off?" With soon Izuku saying, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." With Suzuya also saying, "How could you forget about that? It's about them asking about seeing if you want to join the Gunpla course with your recommendation, or if you plan on being part of the hero course since you got the highest spots in the entrance exam after all." With soon Izuku saying, Yeah, I know. That's why I need to figure something out. I want to be part of the hero course, but I also still want to be part of the Gunpla course as well. I want to see if I can find some kind of compromise. With soon the two look at each other, but then Suzuya saying, "I'm rooting for you, Izuku. I know one thing. You plan on becoming a champ one day, and we're here to root for you." With soon Jin saying, "Well, I still have my dream of becoming the number one Gunpla pilot in all of Japan, so that hasn't changed. But I will help you, Izuku. After all, you still are my number one rival." As his glasses began to shine, not even able to see his eyes, with soon Izuku looking at Jin, saying, "All right then, fine. I don't plan on holding back either, Jin." As the two give each other a fist bump, and then split off. The next day, Izuku goes to UA and wants to head to Principal Nezu's office, as they want to talk if he wants to go to the hero course or the Gunpla course. With Izuku getting quite lost in the school, being that it's huge as hell, and freaking out like crazy, as soon he hears a voice coming behind him saying, "Excuse me, who are you and what are you doing here?" As he looks behind him, as he sees a woman with light blue hair and looking like she's in her early 30s. with Izuku saying, sorry, I'm trying to find Principal Nezu's office by any chance? And saying, you're looking for the principal's office? Saying, oh, you're the kid who actually got the recommendation for the Gunpla course and also the highest score in the hero entrance exam. With Izuku saying, yes, that's me. Saying, okay. Well, follow me. I think I can show you where he's at. As the woman soon leads the way, as Izuku saying, thank you, miss, as she soon says, Kozumi. My name is Lynn Kozumi. I'm the homeroom teacher for Class 1L. So, if you plan on joining the Gunpla course, you may be part of my classroom. Just letting you know, Midoriya. As Izuku saying, oh, thank you, Miss Kozumi. As she soon, while helping Izuku walk, she threw thanks to herself. So this is the kid who became the Tokyo champion for 3 years running. It's surprising that a kid like this is at pro level and yet never actually got scouted out by UA until now. What's going on here? And why Principal Nezu thinking of this now? As soon they stop in front of a door, a massive door, saying, here's the principal's office. Principal Nezu will be waiting for you. Saying, thank you, miss, again. Saying, no problems, Midoriya. Just make sure what course you do choose it with care. And don't feel like you made the wrong choice. Don't make it feel like you regret it. Got it? With Izuku saying, yes, ma'am, I promise. With that, she soon walks off. As Izuku goes through the massive doors and sees a huge room as he sees a desk and thinks, sir, my name is Izuku Midoriya. You've come to speak with me for... He soon hears a soft-spoken person saying, yes, Midoriya. It's good to see you. My name is Principal Nezu. It's an honor to meet the 3 running Tokyo champion. But, well, as soon as Izuku saying, well, I'm no longer the champion anymore, but, oh please, you still are the champion. There's no point of Japan's #1 Gunpla pilot being champion of the major city in Japan after all. Saying, but I think you should see this video when you leave here. But that aside, I want to know, what course do you want to be part of? We gave you a recommendation for the Gunpla course, and you didn't even need to take the recommendation exam for the course. We knew your potential from the start. So why be part of the hero course? And the last time I checked, weren't you quirkless? With soon Izuku being bombarded with these questions, soon saying, with all due respect, sir, when I was a kid, I always dreamt of becoming a hero, just like All Might. I wanted to be just like my idol so badly, more than anything. But when I was told that I was quirkless, I walked a different path. And this path led me to Gunpla. It led me to the club, the Gundam franchise as a whole. And it's because of that I've met people who I've seen as my closest friends, and a rival who I cherish the most. As soon saying, oh, is that so? But I still dreamt of becoming a hero more than anything, more than anyone has ever thought of. So for that, I want to be part of both the hero course and the Gunpla course as well, if it's possible. Soon saying, quite ambitious. You do know both courses are basically the sign of UA's great power. Not only we are the ones who brought out one of Japan's greatest heroes, but also Gunpla's greatest pilots as well. Do you sure you want to continue this? You will be overwhelmed with all the courses. With soon Izuku saying, yes, I want to take the challenge. I don't just want to be Japan's #1 Gunpla pilot and its champion. I also want to become a hero, just like All Might. I want to save lives while also inspiring others in 2 different fields. As soon, Nezu saying, "Well said, Midoriya, and your eyes do not lie. You're not seeking for power or seeking the recognition and fame for becoming for being a Gunpla pilot and a hero at the same time. You generally want to inspire people to become something more, and I respect that. So, how about this? I separate your schedule. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you will have your hero course training and everything else there. However, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, you will be part of the Gunpla course. And not only that, you will be placed in class 1L. Is that understood?" Saying, "Yes, sir. This will be a hard curriculum. You will be behind on both subjects. I hope you have friends willing to help you out in this kind of stressful lifestyle." But soon Izuku saying, I promise I will give it my all. I want to. No, I will take up this challenge. More than anything, I just want to be somebody that inspires others. That's with a smile on my face. After all, but soon, and as you're saying, great words, Midoriya. I'll be sending your schedule in the next couple of days. So, please be prepared. But soon, he's saying, "Thank you, Principal Nezu," as he bows in front of the small animal-like principal and soon walks out. With soon, Nezu saying, "So, what did the 2 of you think?" As soon, as a person coming from the corner of the room, and another person who was invisible this entire time. As soon, the man being having long black hair with also not having much sleep as well as the other person being Kozumi, actually, with the black-haired man saying he's got heart and passion and ambition. I'll give him that. But after what I saw during the entrance exam, he can back it up and I can see it. But if his grades begin to slip and starts to feel overwhelmed and slacking, I won't be afraid to expel him off the spot from the hero course. Is that understood, Principal Nezu? With Sun saying, "It's your call, Aizawa. Don't say. After all, UA prides in their homeroom teachers doing as they please in their classes, after all." With Sun saying, "What about you, Kozumi?" Saying, "I'm not going to be so strict as Aizawa. If he starts to fall behind and starts to feel overwhelmed by his work, I will see if there's anything I can do to help. But if he still starts to slip, even with my help, I will ask for him to be transferred to another course and to probably stay in the hero course, after all. That's all." Is soon saying, "Fair options from both of you, and I understand. With that said, be prepared for your new student, you two." With the both saying, "Yes, sir." With them both leaving. As a month has now go by, and Izuku is now ready for UA, as he's getting everything ready, with his mom basically saying if he has everything, is that he doesn't just have his Gunpla with him, saying, "Mom, you do know I'm going to need my Gunpla after all." With her saying, yes, I understand, Izuku." As soon saying, "Just be safe out there." With soon Izuku saying, "I will, Mom. Thank you." As he goes out the door and is ready for his new day in UA. As he heads to the train station and takes the train to UA, he soon is already heading to Class 1A. As he's saying, "This is it. Starting today, this is where I start my growth as a pro hero. I will become a hero just like All Might. As he soon slides the door open, he soon is greeted by, well, nothing but Bakugo and Ida arguing with each other as usual. With Ida basically trying to get Bakugo to remove his feet off the desk, and Bakugo being his typical smug and annoying personality as usual. Which Izuku saying, I guess I can't give anything nice. He soon hears somebody screaming, Izuku! As he's soon grabbed by somebody as he realizes that it's Toru. Saying, Toru, you're in Class 1A too? Saying, well, yeah. You didn't know? Saying, no. And I didn't know you would be in Class 1A, so I guess we're both in the same. With soon Bakugo noticed Izuku, with even Ida noticing Izuku as well. As then he walks over to Izuku and Toru. As Izuku noticed Ida saying, oh no, not this guy again. Is he? As soon Ida stops and soon bows his head towards Izuku saying, allow me to apologize. I believe that you were somebody who didn't take things seriously. For that, I am sorry. With Izuku surprised saying, oh no, none of that. At first I was kind of starstruck, but I then saying, so this is the guy that was annoying you during President Mike's explanation at the auditorio for the Part 2 exam. With soon Izuku saying, hey, I didn't mean it. Saying, no, you have all right to be mad. You must have knew about the rescue points from the very beginning. And for that, I wish to say you are truly worthy to be in this classroom. But soon Izuku saying, oh, no, none of that. I just did what I thought was right. I didn't even know about rescue points either. With soon saying, all the more reason I believe that you were worthy to be part of this classroom in the hero course. With soon he hears somebody behind him saying, hey, I remember that messy hair from anywhere. You're that Gundam boy. With soon Izuku turn around alongside Toru as Izuku saying, hey, you're the girl from before. Saying, yeah, you were so cool, and also thank you again for helping me out. I really appreciate it. Saying, it was nothing at all. Saying, your name is Izuku Midoriya, right? Yeah. How did you? I looked up your name after the entrance exam. So, and I didn't know that you were somewhat of a Gunpla pro. I guess it means we have somewhat of an early celebrity here. As soon he began blushing, saying, I wouldn't say I'm a celebrity yet, anything like that. With soon Toru actually getting annoyed at Izuku kind of blushing and everything like that. With her still holding on to Izuku as he begins realizing, Toru, you're crushing me. As she soon lets go and saying, oh, sorry. But then soon a person that was already near the podium saying, if you're here to make friends, you should already leave. As everybody was confused on who was talking, with soon a man begins coming out of the sleeping bag. As soon saying, hello, my name is Shota Aizawa. I'm your homeroom teacher. And in 30 minutes or so, meet me on the practice field and make sure you have these on. As he shows a couple of gym uniforms with the UA logo on them. As soon he's saying, like I said, meet me in 30 minutes, don't be late. With soon Izuku actually kind of confused and wondering what's going on. As he thinks to himself, this can't be good. As a couple minutes have passed, and everybody is now on the practice field, with soon saying, good, you're all here. As soon Toru began asking, Mr. Aizawa, was it? Aren't we supposed to be at the, orientation ceremony? Soon answering her, and saying, you are part of the Hero Course class now. Every time here is precious, so you can't slack off for one bit. Not only that, you don't have time to be wasting with pointless stuff like that. Is that understood? With Soon feeling kind of nervous after having that kind of harsh answer. After saying that, Soon he pulls out something from his back pocket and then tosses it towards Izuku. As Izuku, while fumbling around, actually caught it. Saying, Midoriya, tell me, what was your farthest throw in junior high? Saying, my farthest throw? I mean, it was about at least, 30 meters if I recall. Saying, okay then. Then this time, make sure you use your quirk. Saying, wait, my quirk? What? As he begins realizing, oh no, I didn't bring any of my Gunpla with me. I didn't think I would need it. Saying, oh man, and I'm too far away from them to actually be connected to them. As Soon's thinking, hopefully Mr. Aizawa will allow me to go back to the classroom to get one of my Gunpla. And saying, Mr. Aizawa, you think it's okay for me to head back to the classroom? I mean, I can't really use my quirk without certain things. As saying, really? You want to go back to the classroom? Saying, well, I didn't know that we were going to be using our quirks, so I... Saying, fine, go to the classroom and get what you need for your quirk. And not only that, make sure that you have it on you at all times from now on. Is that understood? Saying, yes, sir. As Izuku ran as fast as he can back to Class 1A's homeroom class. As it took about at least 7 minutes to get back to the practice field on his own, without having to stop back into the changing rooms. With soon, Izuku comes back with a silver case. As soon, everyone was wondering, what does he have a case for? With then Toru saying, I thought as much. With Izuku soon putting the case right beside him as he takes the ball from Aizawa again. As his eyes begin to glow. Within, his right arm begins to shift into the Gundam Aries. As everyone sees this, with even Bakugo seeing this again, saying, that's his quirk again, if I recall. Does he now have a better control of it now? As then, Izuku tosses the ball as far as he can, within releasing one of its pulse blasts from the single arm, as it went even further than it did before, as it reached up to at least 13,000 meters into the air. With soon everybody was shocked to see this and surprised. With a few of them actually know who Izuku is, really. With soon a guy with raven black hair and tapes on his elbow saying, so that's Izuku Midoriya's quirk? I knew the guy was a Gunpla pro in the making, but still. With soon a red-haired boy also again saying, oh man, that was so awesome. Truly manly as hell. With then Bakugo getting pissed, thinking to himself, he's had that much power. I thought he wouldn't even have much to train with, since he just got his damn quirk. But this. As soon, Bakugo began to lose it and charged right at Izuku. With soon, Bakugo saying, Deku! You're gonna tell me how strong you've gotten right now! As then, Izuku was about to bring out his Arcade, being his double-bladed great beam saber. With soon, Bakugo was caught by Aizawa's binding scarf. Not only that, he couldn't even feel his explosions coming out anymore, saying, where's my quirk? As Izuku's thinking, What the? He can't use his quirk? Not only that, he looks at his homeroom teacher, being Aizawa, saying, wait a minute, you're Eraserhead, the underground pro. Saying, Bakugo, you try a stunt like that again, and I'll expel you on the spot. Is that understood? As Bakugo gets even more angrier and struggles a little bit, he soon calms down, as then he lets go of Bakugo and tells him, get back in line now. As then Bakugo walks back in a pissed off tone, with soon Toru thinking to herself, so that's Bakugo? I mean, I remember him being quite... Izuku told me he's an asshole, but to that degree? Damn. With soon Aizawa saying, Midoriya, you get back in line as well. Saying, oh, yes, sir. As he reverts as he soon disappears his his double blade beam saber in his Ares right arm, with soon picking up his case and putting it right beside him. But soon a multicolored boy also glances at Izuku, as he couldn't help but notice on how strong he is. And not only that, he feels like he reminds him of his old self. Within, Aizawa saying, I want you all to give it your all. Not only that, hold nothing back whatsoever. I want to see what you're all capable of. With everybody getting excited, with a pink-haired girl with pink skin, and also a blonde-haired boy with a lightning bolt in his head, begins saying, we get to use our quirks all we want? This is going to be so much fun. Within, soon, as I was saying, oh, so you think this is going to be fun? Okay, then. The person with the lowest score will be expelled from the hero course. With soon, everybody began getting somewhat worried. Within, Ochako began saying, but that's not fair. You can't expel us on the very first day. We worked so hard to get in here. With Aizawa soon saying, oh, so power-hungry villains are fair? Natural disasters are fair? Tell me, Uraraka, are all these supposed to be fair? With soon her saying, well, that's... saying, no, they're not. Your job is to become pro-heroes. You're supposed to combat this unfairness and make the world safer for others. Things are not supposed to be easy, especially here at UA. But soon, Izuku saying, life has never been easy, no matter how much you want it to be. You had to make your own decisions. Life will always fight back. That's why you have to fight life back as well. With soon everyone's thinking, what do you mean, Midoriya? Think of like Gundam protagonists, forced into unnatural situations, some who want them and some who don't. You think life is always easy for them after all? But soon everybody thinking, yeah, he's got us there. With soon everybody else getting excited and hyped, not wanting to be expelled from UA one bit. With everyone planning, with all the events going somewhat all similar, except one thing, Izuku. As for the 15-meter dash, he actually used his Cosmic Stars Gundam Perfect Strikes flight pack to basically reach almost faster than Ida, actually, which was nothing for him anyway, which he passed with at least 3.25 seconds. As for the long jump, he passed that with flying colors as well, as he just glided over the sand pit, actually, with just using a basic flight kick, actually. So nothing really major there. Also, for the grip strength test, he used the Omega Gundam, basically the Tallgeese Mark III's arms to basically one of the arms to crush it, with him actually surpassing Sato and Shoji. As for the ball throw, he doesn't really bother doing anything new with that. As if he wanted to, he could have, but he just doesn't want to show off anyway. However, Bakugo tried his best to surpass Izuku, but all he did was get at least 725 meters in the air, which wasn't much actually, which didn't even surpass him. But first place still goes to Ochako with getting infinity, of course. As for push-ups, sit-ups, and side jumps, he got decent actually, so nothing major. After that, the Quirk apprehension test finally ends with comparing all of the stats for this. The person who had first place was Momo, second place was Izuku, third place was Shoto, fourth place Bakugo, fifth Ida, and so on and so forth. Basically, everybody had me the same place they would in canon. However, the only person that was last was a boy by the name of Minoru Mineta. As that, everybody began looking at the, grape-haired boy as he begins freaking out, terrified that he's going to be expelled. But soon, as I was saying, none of you are getting expelled. But soon saying, what? With Momo soon explaining, saying that he was never planning on expelling anybody, that he just wanted to see what we were all capable of, and it's just a ruse to make sure we gave it our all. With then, the Kaminari began saying, but you should have said something ahead of time. With even Mina saying, yeah, come on. Even Sarah saying, we're all seriously terrified. After that, she's saying, my apologies. With soon Izuku saying, thank God I got at least in the top 5. Well, I knew I wasn't going to fail, but still. As he soon looks down and realizes Toru didn't get, nearing last place, as she got a little bit higher this time. As this Toru is a lot more hardworking and a lot more capable than she would be in canon, actually. So yeah. Mostly because she wants to have Izuku admire her as well. But soon Aizawa telling them to head back, change out of their gym uniforms, and get a syllabus in homeroom class. After that, they're free to go if they want. But soon, the first day of UA comes to an end. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. Also, like and subscribe, which really helps out the channel. Even hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my other videos, which really does help out my channel a lot more than anything. Even check out my Discord and my gaming channel too, which links will be in the description below. With all that said, this is Mooky signing out. Later, guys.